Hey everybody, it's the Boss Lady here, coming to you with a vlog. I'm currently off work again. This is Miss Peanut's, it's called MEA weekend. And so this was actually the weekend we were supposed to go out of town. And well, Boss Lady made the wrong arrangements or reservations. So anyway, so we were off last week as well as this week. And so yes, I just wanted to vlog a little bit, just have a little chit chat, I guess. I'm actually getting ready to clean my kitchen, so you're seeing Boss Lady in the raw here. But I have some dishes to do, as well as I'm getting ready to start my dinner for today. I'm making a chicken soup, so I kind of let you walk through with that. And yeah, I'm gonna redo the breakfast area back there behind me because it's a hot mess. And so I'm not actually going to put out any breakfast items, but I think I'm just going to take everything that's on there off and just kind of reset it up so it looks decent and in order. So I still have a bunch of stuff on the table that I need to do. And yeah, so kind of a day in the life of Boss Lady being off work and not having really an agenda today. Miss Peanut did have some play dates scheduled, and as of right now, one I technically canceled just because I'm just not feeling it. I need to take care of some business at the house, so, and we'll be running around this weekend as well, so I just want to kind of, do things as I can. I got to redo my nails broke, so yeah, a few of them broke now, but yeah, so just kind of want to, do a day in a life video. And like I said, as I start doing the meal for today, then I'll let you guys kind of see that as well. Just not so much a recipe, just what I'm cooking for today. So hang tight and I'll show you everything. Okay, y'all, so I'm getting ready to start my dinner for today. Boss Man wanted soup, so I'm gonna go ahead and start this the process of my soup. And I'll just kind of give you like bits and clips of it. Someone had asked me about my soup, and I really don't do. Sorry, I got the water just blaring. I gotta rinse off my chicken and stuff. But I just got some chicken breast tenderloins that I'm opening right now, and I'm actually gonna use a plate to put it on so I can season it. And what I'm doing is I'm actually just kind of dumping it inside of a strainer that I have sitting down in the sink just so I can rinse it off really good. Yeah, so, and don't mind the mess behind me because as I told you in the beginning of this vlog, I am about to start cleaning. So, anyway, so I'm just going to rinse off my chicken, really good. It's boneless, it's skinless. So I'm just going to rinse it off, and then I'm actually going to pan fry my chicken, just so that the chicken is cooked. I don't want to cook it in the crock pot, if that makes sense. I know it sounds weird, but yeah. So that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to just pan fry this chicken real quick and then move on to the next step. So I got my chicken rinsed and everything. I just want to give it a little bit of seasoning, and all I'm doing as far as seasoning is concerned is just adding on some garlic salt, just a little bit of garlic salt. And yes, I'm still using my little jars. Boss Man likes them, so I'm like, whatever. I still want to go back to my regular, just buy them off the shelf. Skip all the little cuteness because it's not functioning for me. But I still use them. I got a little bit of pepper in here, so I'm going to use some pepper. And I'm not really coating them completely because there will be seasoning inside the actual soup. But just giving it a little bit of flavor. So yeah, so now let me go ahead and get it started on the stove, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I moved y'all, but normally I use a olive oil. I'm out of olive oil, so I'm only using vegetable oil today. Just sitting everything in a little pan. And I moved you over here because I got my crock pot sitting here too, just so you can kind of know what else I'm putting inside the crock pot. So I'm just going to put these in here, pan fry these up real quick. And I may not cook them to completion, but at least they'll be cooking, you know, somewhat or whatever. So let me grab a knife. Y'all see all that junk right there? Yeah, all that has to be cleaned up. But anyway, so put this right here. So here's my crock pot, and I have some bell peppers in here that I'm going to cut real quick while those are cooking. Because they're bluntly cut, but I want to cut them smaller for the soup. So I'm just going to chop these up while my chicken is cooking. And then also what I'm going to be adding in here besides bell pepper and chicken is some mixed vegetables, and I'll show you that in just 1 second. So give me 1 second to grab that. And I just use frozen vegetables. Sometimes I'll use canned. Now my bell peppers are frozen, but that's because I was trying to preserve them. Because have you ever noticed you buy bell peppers and if you don't use them all right away, they tend to go bad? So yeah, so now I started cutting them and freezing them, and then I use them for when I need them. I wanted baked chicken, but boss man, he said he wants soup, so I'm like, okay, cool. So and see, like I said, bluntly cut the bell peppers, and they're actually already starting to thaw out. And I just put them in here less than 10 minutes ago. And I also have to cut up an onion, but I won't let you guys sit through all that. So, okay, so I got that cut up. I am going to cut some onion, put in here. I just got a bag of mixed veggies, and it's about half a bag, so you can see that. So I'm going to just pour those in there. And it's just, you know, peas, carrots, lima beans, and green beans. Now, my secret to my soup, what I use is, and I've showed you guys this before, a lot of times when I'm sick, I will just drink this as a broth, but I use the bouillon cubes. So I have vegetable and I have chicken. Today I'm going to use chicken flavor because we're down to, I think, 3. Excuse me. Woo. And I just use 1 cube. 1 cube of this, and then I just add water. Probably about 2 cups, 2.5 cups. I forgot how big my crock pot is, but that's what I use. I used to just use like a broth. You know, you just buy the broth in a little container, but I like the bouillon cubes better. So let me grab something else I need, and I'll be right back. Okay, so another thing that I add inside of my my soup, because as you know, I'm putting chicken in there. So so people think, oh, are you making chicken noodle soup? Actually, no, I'm not. I actually add potatoes in my soup. So I have roughly, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm just washing them off. So I have 5 potatoes. 1 you can't see back there. But anyway, so I have 5 potatoes that I'm going to add to my soup. Our house, we prefer potatoes over the actual, over the noodles. So that's what I add to my soup. And what I'm also going to do is, and I've been making more of clear soup lately as opposed to a red soup. So probably, well, I just made a taco soup, so that was red. But anyway, a lot of times I'll use like a taco, tomato sauce or whatever. But one thing I can tell you about my potatoes that I'm doing, I don't take the skin off. That's why I wash them. And all I do is just cube them up. So I'll show you, you know, kind of what it looks like in just a second. But I just wash them really good. I cube them and then I wash them again. And then to save time, since I'm making this in the crock pot, what I do is I actually cook my potatoes in the microwave. Now for some people, they're like, oh no, you shouldn't use the microwave, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's not this video. Anyway, you know, there's a there's a button on your microwave that says for baked potato. And so I just use the baked potato button. And typically, well, today I'm using 5 potatoes, but I just do it to the highest amount it'll go, which is 4 potatoes, and cook them. And then once they're done, I add them to my soup. So pretty much the potatoes are good and cooked once they go inside the soup. So, and I'm just going to show you, I don't do that fancy, you know, got to be, you know, 2 by 2, 1 by 1 cut. They're just a blunt cut. And like I said, I just, you know, I cube them, chop them, and then I rewash them again because I have a strainer again in the sink. And once I rewash them, then I season them a little bit, and then I cook them in the microwave. So let me finish cubing these up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I finished cutting up my potatoes. They're right here. So here's my strainer. So I'm just re-rinsing them off, making sure all the little crud is off of them, because you know sometimes there'll still be little crud. Making sure they're good and rinsed. And one thing with them being wet too, that kind of helps them cook in the microwave some. So I'm just going to finish re-rinsing these off, season them up, stick them in the microwave, and then start cutting up my chicken, because my chicken is done. So give me 1 second to get these guys in the microwave, and yeah, we'll move on to the chicken. A lot of times with me, I'm a clean as you go person. So like if I use something, I try to wash it. And then, you know, so it's already clean after I finish cleaning the kitchen and everything. So I'm just re-washing a few of my dishes here. Like this plate right here, I'm going to use it to get the chicken out. So let me grab the chicken and then we'll start chopping it up. So here is my chicken all done. As you can see, it's still smoking. So even though they're tenderloins or whatever, and I could just throw them in the pot, I tasted some, sorry y'all. Anyway, I'm still gonna chop them up because I don't like getting a whole big piece of chicken in my soup. So I like it to be chopped up like I chop up my potatoes. Not, you know, fancy cute whatever, but just chopped up enough so that when you know, scoop your soup, that you're not just getting a big old blob of food, and you know, be able to taste everything and not just one particular item. So I'm going to chop up the chicken, put that in the pot, chop up some onion, and then we'll move on. So now as you can see, that it's more of a blunt cut, so it looks like it's more chicken than what it was originally. So I'm going to add this over to my pot, add in my onion, and then go ahead and get the water going, because then once the potatoes are done, I can just add those to the pot once it's already set up. Sometimes I have to remember that I have cutting boards. I had won a giveaway last year, I think it was, on 334 Bama channel, Bama Girls channel, and I got 2 different sizes. This is the smaller size, and this is the size that I use the most. But sometimes I forget that I have them because I have them in a cabinet. I used to have a cutting board that hangs on the side of this cabinet here. You know, one of those Betty Crocker ones from Dollar Tree. I had one from there, and I would hang it up because it would just be easier for me to remember. But anyway, I had to remember. Let me grab that out, because since I don't have like granite countertops like everybody else, I just have, you know, regular standard countertops. I just sometimes just use my countertop. But when I'm in like holiday mode, or you know, just feeling fancy, then I remember, oh, I do have some, you know, cutting boards. And then I, you know, pull them out. So I pulled it out so Miss Nicole can see, yes, I do use it. And actually, you can kind of tell looking at it that it does get used. Because this one I use the most. I don't use the big one too much. Because actually I had asked Boss Man to get me a chopper, which he got me a food processor, but I don't like that thing. It's big, it's bulky, and it's too much to clean. So, you know, I'd rather just be old-fashioned with it, old school with it, and just, you know. So, anyway, I got this big old onion, as y'all can see. It's just a Vidalia. I don't typically like Vidalias, I will tell you that. This is actually Boss Man's favorite because it's stronger, he says. And I'm just getting a glass bowl to put the onion in. But anyway, he prefers the Vidalias. I like the white onion. Every now and then I like the red too, but I prefer white. I don't know. That's just my preference. There we go. But anyway, so that's the type of onion that I'm putting in the soup today. A lot of times, like I said, I do buy white. But at the time when I bought this onion, I can't remember why I bought it. I bought it for some purpose. I know it was for him. And then I ran out of white, so I'm using this one. And what I do with the onion, I try not to have my onion pieces be too big. I like my onion pieces to be like this, if you can see that. So I try to, you know, cut my onions down. I know some people like big, fat, chunky. That's not Boss Lady. I don't like all that. So anyway, so I'm cutting this onion down. And then once I'm done cutting the onion down, then I'll show you what the pot looks like minus the potatoes, if the potatoes aren't done by the time I'm done. Alright, hold on. And before I stick them in, this is how much onion is going in there. So this is not even half the onion, just so you know. Here's the rest of the onion right here. So as you can see, I just kind of took off maybe a third. But it was a big onion. But I mean, I know to some people this looks like a lot of onion. My husband loves onion, so I tend to please him. So let's go on over to the pot. Okay, so here's the inside of the pot. I have my chicken in there, my onions, I have my mixed vegetables. I also have my bell peppers in there, as you can see. Just as I was finishing up with the onions, the microwave did beep. So now the potatoes are ready to go in. And my bouillon cube, here it is right here. There it is right there. So that's already in there. My potatoes are done. So I'm going to go ahead and pour them in. You can tell they're really good and done. You see all that smoke and steam? So let me back up for a minute and give it a second to do its thing. And then I have my water ready to add, so I'm going to go ahead and add in my water. Ooh. And I may need to add a little more. This was, let me see. Okay, so this was 4 cups of water, so 32 ounces. So let me mix it around first, and then let me see if I need to add a little more. Give me 1 second. And I'm adding in about one more cup of water, just a little bit, just to make sure that I have enough in there. I don't want it to get dry or burn or anything like that. So this is my chicken potato soup with veggies. Sometimes I will add in like fresh celery and fresh vegetables. Just this time I just used frozen. But still, you know, very simple. And then I also make like a, what did the boss man call it? I think he called it like a, almost like a clam chowder, but without the clam. So I guess it was, oh, corn chowder, chicken corn chowder type soup as well. So yeah, so this is my soup. This is our dinner for today. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I will be making cornbread. Let me double check that before I go on. I also had to turn off the water. But yes, so I'm going to be making this cornbread to go with our soup. As I stated before, Boss Man loves this cornbread now. So I've been making it kind of on the regular. But anyway, so we're just going to have this vegetable chicken potato soup along with the cornbread. And that'll be it. So now, I know you're probably wondering, well, how long are you going to cook it for and all this stuff? It's 10 o'clock in the morning. Boss Man normally gets home by 4:30. So I'm actually going to put it over in the pan, the crock pot pan, probably for about, I could cook it on high. I think I'm going to still cook it on low. I'm going to cook it on low for about 6 hours and see where we're at. Yeah, about 6 hours, 6.5 hours, because pretty much everything is done. You know, just the veggies are froze, so they have to, you know, cook up, and then the bouillon has to dissolve. So shouldn't take too long. But that's all I'm doing today. So thank you for watching my impromptu cooking video. And yeah, see you in another vlog. Bye.